FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
What up, world? This is Grammy music producer Ryan Ghost Bowser rocking it out with First Fam West Radio and your man's Mr. Illustrator. And on the ones and twos, we got Crazy D. Spin that, man.
Keep the tools in the box, the haters wanna stop it. Mom's on like cocaine. I'm a fly human being, money is the reason. No, it ain't about those games. Keep the tools in the box, the haters wanna stop it. Mom's on like cocaine. Pure white, Peruvian, take flight, ride the wind, long nights, getting it in. Is this the life of a hooligan? Ninjas on the street, they trying to avoid the chalk. Talk it out, maybe after let the heat spark. Gunshots, bury victims in the dirt quick. Circle of death, calling it the work shift. Mind blown, mind gone. Just took a life he don't care about his own. But this is what the youth talk, turned up. Mommy offered those pills, plus she coked up. Out to celebrate, told it's the last days. Racing, chase away the pain, love is lame. Ain't no shame, she peeling off her lace and things.
FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
Young and Hefe. Care about number what the check say. I can't run, I can't hide from no nigga, no. I still wanna take my mama to the Poconos. Gotta buy on a house, $1 million row. Played it fair with these niggas, put me in a hole. I got scars, I'm still healing, don't nobody know. I've been living independent, beefing with my bro. It ain't even about the money, it's the principle. They say blood a little thicker, I ain't feel it though. I got problems on my handle, I'm a grown man. I don't wanna murder nothing, use the wrong hand. Niggas put you in your feelings, playing like your friend. She been rocking hard body, say she not a fan. Malibu, picking beats, meet me on the sand. I got flights chasing heights, I don't wanna land. Shit really hit different, niggas understand. But you should never make a statement on another man. Judge give a life sentence, make you understand. I can make 100 million sticking to the plan. 20,000 on my watch, 20 in my pants. Like a nigga hit a lick, do my money dance. Everything independent, needed in advance. Big sad motivation, I've been in a trance. Take a picture of me ballin', niggas in the stand. I've been making niggas bitter, they don't stand a chance. I can't run, I can't hide from no nigga, no. I still wanna take my mama to the Poconos. Gotta buy on a house, $1 million row. Played it fair with these niggas, put me in a hole. I got scars, I'm still healing, don't nobody know. I've been living independent, beefing with my bro. It ain't even about the money, it's the principle. They say blood a little thicker, I ain't feel it though. Seen a friend from elementary, he collecting cans. Shit made me shed a tear, gave my boy a band. He can spend it on whatever, it's the love within. Hate to see a nigga struggle when they tryna win. And I'm beefing with these niggas same color skin. I've been looking through designer with these Gucci lens. AMG on the seat, speeding in the Benz. Got a nigga contemplating, thinking about his sins. Hear these niggas talking bodies, they don't never spin. Know the devil, he be talking, tryna bait us in. Is it heaven for a G, can I make it in? 5 commandments out of 10, made me wanna cleanse. Never smoke a op pack, niggas follow trends. Smoking Kush on Catalina, cargo with the vans. Thinking money, feeling peace, and I ain't never ran. Now it's all about the stacks, gotta get these bands. I can't run, I can't hide from no nigga, no. I still wanna take my mama to the Poconos. Gotta buy on a house, $1 million row. Played it fair with these niggas, put me in a hole. I got scars, I'm still healing, don't nobody know. I've been living independent, beefing with my bro. It ain't even about the money, it's the principle. They say blood a little thicker, I ain't feel it though. Some real shit. It ain't even about the money, nigga, it's the principle. You could've had that shit, nigga, I don't be tripping. Still call and tap in with me anytime. You ain't never gotta be acting funny with me. It ain't about the money, it's the principle.
What up, what up, what up? What's good, y'all? We in the building. It's that spill with your boy Ill. Back at it like a crack addict in the trap active. Today, you know, we getting into some knowledge of self, some history, some research, some we're just trying to show y'all some other side. You know, we always get to the buffoonery that be on YouTube, but I like to share with my audience, my family, my folks. You know, I got my buddy Push, brother Push. We really intense with this research. Learning about our people, learning about the things that they don't tell you in school and what have you. So we get into the Tower of Babel. What's up, Push?
Good, bro.
Yeah, man. Just chilling, man. Wednesday. Usually, we do the West Side Wednesdays, but we gonna we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna play a little bit of the Tupac trial, a little bit, probably like about 10 minutes or some shit. Just this little part. I mean, Scandalous Los Angeles. Shout out to him. Put together the little video. We're gonna see what is it, Darren Dupree testify, says whack 100 handler. So whack Keisha's handler testified today. And we got a reaction from Snoop. I mean, I said Snoop. Suge Knight exposing Mob James, calling him an FBI informant. And then we're gonna get straight to the knowledge. So let's get to this though.
Records that the LAPD would have gathered initially in the investigation in the ensuing 11 years that you had access to.
Yes.
Did you guys, or did the task force formulate a plan as to how you were going to go about investigating the Christian Wallace murder?
Yeah. There was rumors that this was a war between Southside Compton Crips and Mob Piru, Puffy, Combs label, Bad Boy, and Death Row Records. So we started there. And that consisted of coming to Vegas, getting all their files, getting up to speed on the Tupac murder, although we weren't investigating it. We just wanted to get up to speed on it. And then starting there, everybody was a suspect at that time in the Biggie Smalls murder.
At the time you come to Vegas and learn what information the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is, who is the detective that you're having the contact with from Metro?
Detective Dan Long.
At some point, you go back, you begin investigating. Did you have any suspects that you identified and wanted to potentially look at?
From the initial investigation, Southside Compton Crips possibly had something to do with the murder because they weren't paid for the Tupac murder, and then also Death Row Records, that they were involved because of the retaliation for the Tupac murder. So, like I said, everybody was a suspect at that time.
During the course of the investigation, did you at some point focus on a person identified as Dwayne Davis?
Yes.
Do you see Mr. Davis here in court today?
Yes.
You put him out to scrap something going.
He's at the defense table with a blue shirt and a multicolored tie.
May the record reflect identification of the defendant.
Is he wearing a jacket or no jacket? No jacket.
No jacket.
So reflected.
How is it that, how is it that you target Mr. Davis?
The vehicle used in the Christopher Wallace murder was a Impala. Mr. Davis had an Impala, and they had impounded it early on in the investigation. So we started with him.
And did you have information related to?
If you're paying too much for your car insurance, here are 3 reasons why you should call Freeway Insurance right now.
No other company has offered me a better price than Freeway.
I mean, we knew that Mr. Davis was the man with all the money in their hood, in their neighborhood.
Now, you said that you, what was your role in the task force?
I was the lowest level, bottom of the food chain detective. I was a gang expert, and I knew a little bit about the rap industry. So that was
That's how you got brought in?
Yes.
The Southside Crips, did they have kind of 2 crews associated with them?
As far as I know, yes.
And one of those crews, the Burr Street crew, Who was that sort of generally headed by?
It was KPD amongst others.
The Glencoe crew, who was sort of the leader of that group?
From what we gathered, Darnell Graham.
How is it that you're going to go about investigating Mr. Davis for the Biggie Smalls murder? What's your plan?
I had never worked with the DEA, FBI. I was a homicide investigator coming in. So above my pay grade, they tried to figure out a way to get leverage on Mr. Davis through narcotic sales. We would bring him in after we caught him with narcotics and see if he would work with us and give us information on the Biggie Smalls case.
And were you able to gather enough information to potentially arrest and charge him with narcotics?
Yes.
And how much narcotics are we talking about here?
From what I remember, it was PCP, a gallon, and a kilo of cocaine, if I'm not mistaken.
And with Mr. Davis's past criminal history, as well as that amount or weight of drugs, what kind of sentence was he looking at for that type of drugs?
As I said, I wasn't familiar with the Fed system. From what I was told, though, that was a life sentence with the amount of drugs that were confiscated.
So once you've gathered all this evidence, do you do anything to indicate to Mr. Davis that you've got your leverage?
We met with him.
And who's we?
Me and Detective Greg Hayden.
And where did that meeting take place?
If I recall, it was
with his lawyer in his nation to talk to him about that.
I think that first meeting was at the AUSA's office in downtown Los Angeles with him and his attorney and about 4 or 5 people from the task force.
And was there your understanding as to what the circumstances of what you could and couldn't use against Mr. Davis of what he's talking to you about?
Yes. And again, I'm just in the room. I never even been in the AUSA's office at that time. So I'm just observing what's going on.
Did anyone use the term, this is a proffer?
Yes.
And was that agreement between the AUSA? Do you remember that AUSA?
Push, this is when they brought
And do you remember the
KPD
attorney
in
for
for
Mr.
that
Davis?
proffer. They
Wayne Hayden.
And so
put him
there was an
under.
agreement in that first meeting
offered him.
that this would be a proffer.
Yes.
And during the course of that, do you ask Mr. Davis about his involvement in the Biggie Smalls murder?
Yes.
And what is his response?
At that time, he said, no, we didn't have anything to do with that.
When he said, we didn't have anything to do with that one, did that trigger anything in your mind as to what he was saying?
When I recall, yes, we were like, that one, what do you mean? And then he
What was
said,
it?
we did the other one.
He said, we did the other one. And so at that point, what did you think he was talking about?
Me personally, the only other one was Tupac. But we had nothing, we didn't think we were talking about Christopher Wallace. We didn't ask him any questions about Tupac. He offered that on his own.
And so when he does that,
I don't know, bro. There's nobody recording the conversation.
No, they got a recording of it. I
Yeah,
heard it. I heard of it. He talking on that bitch. They played it. That's the real nigga though. He walked in there and said he got the info on the Pac murder. So according to this
I'm tripping. This
ex
nigga used this car.
I don't think he used his own car. I think that car was a rental.
Well, they're saying like the car was his. So that's what brought him into him.
Could be. He probably hit the bitch and like boom.
is there some discussion then of maybe having a conversation about Tupac? He can to Mr. Davis that you've got your leverage.
We met with him.
And who's we?
And So above my pay grade, they tried to figure out a way to get leverage on Mr. Davis through narcotic sales.
Who was that sort of generally headed by?
It was KPD amongst others.
Do you do anything to indicate to Mr. Davis that you've got your leverage?
We met with him.
And who's we?
Case.
Do you eventually wind up in a meeting with his lawyer in his addition to talk to him about that?
I think that first meeting was at the AUSA's office in downtown Los Angeles with him and his attorney and about 4 or 5 people from the task force.
And was there your understanding as to what the circumstances of what you could and couldn't use against Mr. Davis about what he's talking to you about?
Yes. And again, I'm just in the room.
And so when he does that, is there some discussion then of maybe having a conversation about Tupac?
It was a surprise to us. Number one, we were shook. We were surprised. Yes. I mean, I don't know if we shut that meeting down then to discuss what we were going to do. I don't remember, but we were surprised.
Does there come a point in time when there's a meeting set for December 18th of 2008 to talk to Mr. Davis about the Tupac Shakur murder?
Yes.
In your understanding, was that still based upon the agreement between Wayne Higgins and the U.S. Attorney that it would be a proffer session?
Yes.
At that point, before having this conversation with Mr. Davis, has anybody notified Las Vegas that Mr. Davis is going to be talking about the Tupac Shakur murder?
Unfortunately, no.
Were you present on December 18th for an interview with Mr. Davis about the Tupac Shakur murder?
Yes.
And did you subsequently learn, or previously learn, but subsequently learn that conversation was recorded?
Yes.
Do you know who recorded that signal?
One of the members of the task force, Bill Holcomb.
Did there come a point in time where you heard that recording?
Yes.
And Judge, I have marked as state's proposed exhibit 117, which is the actual recording, and 110, which is the transcript of that recording on our form at this time.
Any objection?
I think this pretty currently still lacking foundation with regards to that. The answer, the question that was asked was like, do you recognize the recording?
Okay. Do you want to play?
I can play part of
Maybe
that
the
recording
first.
and when Mr. Davis goes in to, do you remember the name of the club?
It's called the Zip Code in Harlem.
Does he in fact meet with Sid?
Zip, he did, but from what we gathered from Mr. Davis told us, he passed him off to his nephew, meaning Zip passed him off to his nephew to do business with him. Zip had cancer or something like that. He was sickly. He said he wasn't in the business no more, something like that. So it didn't work.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Y'all go check out the rest. That's when they had flew to New York to get Keefy D to pretty much try to catch Zip on on the wire, admitting to this whole murder for hire, But he said,
That's crazy. They had this nigga Keefy running all over the place. Like, this dude trying to avoid life.
right.
He should have left the country, bro. Became a Mexican.
Nah, he should have just did the time, bro. He should have did his time, bro.
He should have left. Like,
He should have
you
left.
started snitching and they let you free, nigga, to go sleep in your bed. You know what I'm saying? When you woke up, it was supposed to be pillowcases in the shape of your body and the sheets. And you gone.
He said, "Go to the wind, bitch."
That's real, bro. This dude went on lives. This dude, I mean, at least walking around free and shit. Like, oh man,
Man, that nigga, he was trying to get a payday. He didn't give a fuck. That nigga is.
He was stupid, bro, and that's why he right here. Stupid people end up right here.
Yep.
Getting blamed for everything.
That was head of security for me.
They throwing him all under the bus for this. They trying to end it out, put it all on him. Sheesh.
Bitter because Tupac put him on his pockets before. And I can see he's a little bitter because Tupac put him on his pockets before.
That Tupac had knocked you out one time. Out of Cuba. That would have been your response if that happened. Yeah, I'm being honest with you and everybody else. I said it on my...
So Suge Knight pretty much goes off and responds back to Mob James after he got on the stand and was asked questions about Keefy D. Now Suge Knight pretty much says that Mob James never really worked for Death Row Records at all, and he's pretty much saying Mob James is lying about everything he said. Suge Knight also explains how he's bitter because Tupac knocked him out and put him in his pockets. Now y'all do remember when Mob James was on the stand, he pretty much was asked, did you ever get knocked out by Tupac? And he said, I would have shot him, my brother, which is Buntry, and Suge Knight if that was the case. So pretty much Suge Knight is pretty much exposing that and saying Tupac did knock you out and that's why you was bitter and you pretty much did not work for me. You did not have a death row chain. You was not security at death row. Let me know what y'all think, man. So if y'all don't remember, this is what Mob James responded to when he was asked if Tupac had knocked him out.
See, one James never worked for me. Never was head of security for me. Bitter because Tupac put him on his pockets before. And I can see he's a little bitter because Tupac put him on his pockets before.
That Tupac had knocked you out one time. Out of Cuba. That would have been your response if that happened. Yeah, I'm being honest with you and everybody else. I said it on my...
My God, it worked? It worked, dude. I told you it's legit.
Yo, that nigga said that on the stand
I used this business loan
yesterday.
program and I was shocked when I was
That's a
approved for
cold one to have to admit
$65,000.
to everybody you got knocked
So
out.
now y'all go.
That's a cold one. Like, get knocked out like your father used to. Like, that's a cold one. Nigga. You gotta just admit, yeah, I got knocked out.
He said he would have killed him.
He's up that nigga dead though.
Hey, the story goes, I think Mob James was drunk. They was in a studio or they were at Death Row somewhere, right? And he was drunk, and I don't know. It's like he always had the way Suge said it, kind of like he always had a problem with Pac. He always had, maybe it was envies or what, but he didn't too much care for Pac. And I guess he was drunk at the time. Bunchy, you see he mentioned Bunchy and Suge. So Bunchy was there, and I guess he had got into it with Pac or said something like that, and Pac knocked him out. And then they picked him up and told him to go home. You know what I'm saying? Sent him home. So I don't know. That was the story. I'm paraphrasing, but it's kind of like that, because like Pac with that "Live and Die in L.A." song or whatnot, he mentioned all the homies except Mob James. He mentioned Bunchy, which is his brother, So, hey, could be. So him saying all that, like he would have killed his brother and Suge because a nigga knocked you out. Man, if you don't, I mean, niggas have done.
He was in on it, see.
That's why I was like, nigga, the way you said that on the stand, nigga.
He was in on it right there.
You was probably in here. Because they said he was at the club. They was like, where was you? Oh, I was at
that nigga right 6. There, bro. He from Belly, nigga. I'm gonna drop a dime, nigga. He got the banana. He got the banana looking at Pac, looking like oh no, we can't have this nigga. Nigga hit me dropping a dime, nigga, quick.
Drop a dime on a nigga. That's that nigga Belly.
That nigga called Puffy. He sided with the East Coast.
Yeah, right. That's what they did, right?
Started feeling his pockets was getting a little thinner since we got there.
There you go, right there, nigga.
Nigga, he was mad that Tupac was at death row.
He got knocked down, nigga. I'm dropping dime, nigga.
Nigga, pockets was getting thin since Pac came through. He always say, man, that nigga not a gangster, man.
Well, meanwhile, little did we know, this local big head nigga named Rico started feeling his pockets was getting a little thinner since we got there.
Hey, it's all them fools go right there.
Trouble was right there on that corner, staring right at us.
Yeah, they rolling hard too. They slanging real good, real good.
Might have to drop a dime on them niggas.
Drop a dime.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga knock me out, you know what I'm saying?
I don't like that shit.
I don't like that.
I don't like that shit.
I don't like that at all. Nigga, you knock me out, nigga, dropping a dime, nigga. I'm telling Puffy.
For real, man, that nigga was pissed off. It's like, nigga, I'd have shot him, my brother, and Shug. Really, nigga? You gonna kill all three of them niggas? Come on.
Suge Knight's response pretty much today, and he pretty much broke the news how Mob James did not work for him at all. He's getting on the stand and lying. But y'all hear what Suge Knight said, y'all.
Oh, you know, first of all, my opinion, Tupac was the most incredible person you can have as a friend, as a brother, and still today, his morals. Number one, all of you guys personally themselves, on oath. Number one, James never worked for me, never was head of security for me, and I can see he's a little bitter because Tupac put him on his pockets before. But the most important thing in this is that they're not coming in to get the truth. Everybody knows he's an FBI informant. Everybody knows he's a rat. So why we gotta act like he's gonna tell the truth? Don't Keefy D and James.
So hold on, I just want, you're saying that James McDonald, the guy who testified, said that he worked for Death Row Records, talked about what he saw that night. You're saying he did not work for you at all?
No. Now, he might have been at the club hanging out trying to hustle people and not putting the guy down or nothing like that, but he's an informant. He didn't work for me. If he would worked for me, he would have had a Death Row chain. He would have had a ring. You would have seen him in pictures around us hanging out. No. One other thing.
So let me know what y'all think, man, about Suge Knight saying Mob James was lying. Now, Suge Knight also previously had spoken this situation where Tupac put him in his pockets. Now, Suge Knight actually had spoke on this a year earlier. He pretty much confirms that Mob James didn't work for him, but did hustle outside the 662 Club, which Mob James did say on the stand at Keefy D's trial. So Suge already had confirmed all this, but he did also say a year ago that Mob James never worked for him or at the club, but he hustled outside. So this was all previously said. That's why Suge is coming back online again, calling Mob James a rat, a snitch, and saying he never worked for him. But the other thing I don't believe is that he did knock Tupac. Tupac knocked him out, which I don't believe. But this is what Suge Knight said, y'all, a year earlier about all these things.
We got a dude named James, and he speak on with Reggie all the time, and he said he was a day one. Definitely wasn't day one. Definitely didn't go to school with us. And the reason why a lot of people didn't go to school because back in those days it was way more Crips than it was Power Road. You can go and stand on your own, but you have to really be able to stand on your own. And you know, for James to make all these allegations about he couldn't go to elementary school because the Crips was going to come to school and get him. He was a Crip. Number two, Crips didn't come to my neighborhood and do that type of shit. Everybody stood their own, hung on their own. And, you know, I could see his bitterness because, you know, they lived in a garage. No running water on drugs. But the thing that gets me the most, people want to say something about Pac. I think Pac did more for my neighborhood than a whole bunch of people in that neighborhood. I mean, I hate to be in a situation where you got to bring up old shit. Come on, James, you know the truth. It was in my house. Well, you never been in my house, but outside, me and Buntry, which is my road dog, and you said we got into it before that never happened. Buntry wouldn't go against me for nobody. And I would never let nobody put their motherfucking hands on me. Yeah, that's my dog. He lives always, you know. And you know, I remember when James was on one of his drunk binges, and Pac put him on his pockets. And when Pac put him on his pockets, he was like, Buntry, look what he doing. And Buntry was like, oh, man, we're going to start calling you Mob Jamie, you know? But I ain't going to get into the details of all that, because I ain't going to get to going back and forth, because at the end of the day, it's not accomplished in life. If you never accomplished nothing, you don't deserve to talk. And Reg, and you know, it's broadcasting some bullshit when they be talking that negative shit. And Reg, you know, I love your mother. She's a great lady. You sitting on there with James, and James talking about he got the 6'4".
Pork
That
butt.
6'4" you talking about is the one I painted white with one of DMX's favorite dogs on the back with the red guts. And then it finished paying me all my money, but I sent that shit to motherfucking Leo and Russell on weird ass.
You said that in one of your interviews, because your baby mother is Southside.
Yeah, she lives outside crib.
You said that once you got back to LA, or back to Compton, you were saying how those guys were essentially bragging about what they did.
Exactly. She used to tell me every time they stepped on California Street, our birds doing their thing, or when Puffy them came through and was they conjugating on the block. How everybody was talking. That was just confirmation about what was going, you know, what everybody's theories was anyway.
Now, let's get something straight. You never worked for me, my dear friend. You never worked at my club. You hung outside getting $50 to get somebody to the front of the line. That's how you hustled. We wouldn't know it. I'm inside or I'm not there yet. But you said TPD drives it to my club and they Southside Crips. And you told everybody Southside Crips just left here, left the club. First of all, who would you tell? No one. Second of all, if you say that this guy Orlando Anderson just got beat up, why you didn't say that? Why you didn't do that? But once again, you knew all this because you said that your baby mama, best friend Paula, and your baby mama, you live in the Southside Crip neighborhood with your baby mama. Your daughter from over there, but she want to go on these shows and lie and keep changing the story. Now, since you knew they was putting money on Pac's head, or my head, or anybody else, but you never told no one. Now, Reg, I'm divorced, and he was a cop. Your whole family was cops or probation officers. Nothing wrong with that. And I don't have nothing against none of you people. I'm not going to bring up who stole and who lied on me. Don't care. Because it's not about trying to put you down. Now, I'm going to give you some credit. You wore a street that's slicker than James. Reg, you can never be the type of cop James is. James is a way better cop than you. He done sent more months to the penitentiary from the hood than anybody.
Damn. That's nasty work. Mob James out here taking a bot out of crime, y'all. He sending niggas some. He the best cop, better than Reggie. Pork butt. Damn.
But is he better than Whack?
I don't think he better than Whack, man. Whack got him beat, man. They just
I don't
said,
know, man, if you got people in jail, you know what I'm saying? He might have Whack beat. When you got official niggas in jail, nigga, you
well, he got Big U and Brick Baby.
He got two.
He got two of them. Plus, he might get Little Dirk. He in Little Dirk's paperwork for Rico, my nigga.
He about to get Dirk, nigga. He the hip hop cop for real.
Nigga in Little Dirk's paperwork. That nigga is in Big U's. Who else did they
Nigga, you watch, he's about to come out, nigga. He in Kendrick Lamar's paper, nigga. He'll bring some dirt out on that nigga. Kendrick ain't like us. That nigga find some dirt on you.
Hey, he in Durkio's paperwork? Dirk Ruler? He is in that nigga paperwork too. I'm like, damn, nigga, You were the hip hop cop. You the
Yeah,
Mo. He is
yeah.
definitely the Mo.
You like the Vlad of everything.
Man, Vlad running around here talking about he solved the Tupac murder. Hey y'all, what's up, y'all? We out here. Put your thicky caps on. Elohim. My boy gonna break it down. You see that Elohim got an A in front of it. You like what? So he gonna break it down to you on this Tower of Babel. Were vowels invented to manipulate the world's language? I like that title.
Yeah.
All right,
And
bro.
cold part, bro.
What's up?
It ain't even on the Tower of Babel. It's really about how we speak. That's really what that is. It's how we
Okay.
speak. It's not. Well, it's the Tower of Babel because when it fell, one of the punishments was to cause every man's tongue to change. So
Right.
that's how the context of that Babel right there come up. But how I saw that is a real thing, but I don't see it as in like the Most High came and changed every man's tongue. It's more like uh, something like, say, the Council of Nicaea, a group, a body of people coming together for a place that they have conquered, and they
Okay.
put a writing system together for them. So when you're looking at like the word Elohim, it's a great example because like below you'll see Elohim, and you gotta ask yourself like, why
Why I
would you
got the
change
A?
that right there? Like, think about this. If God had a real name and it was the real name, why would you change it? Why wouldn't, if you was in Chinese, that name stay the same? If you was in India, everybody would say the same name no matter how twisted their tongue is.
That's a
But when
fact.
you see it go to L like that, you know that changes meanings, that changes sounds, you know and that's the part right there that's like Babel right there. It's because those vowels right there that you don't know if you're claiming the same God. Like Elohim and Elohim could literally be two different gods, bro.
Right. And then the fact God too, the word God.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you could be looking at two different deities right now, and one is called El and the other one's called Al. Well, the Elohim, being realistic for Christians, that's what that is. Elohim, if you're a Muslim, then that's what that is. So they fixed the word up, depending on what part of the world you live in. But that would show you right there, like there's no respect if there was a creator name. Like you don't change that name. Like I get, say, Muhammad Ali. He changed his name, but did you change the creator's name?
Nah.
Nah. So I don't see neither one of them as a creator name or anything like that, but that's just how that is. And that's a part of that Babel right there. When someone starts adding vowels into the writings and shit, that's you end up getting stuff like this. And then when you put the two together, you can sit in front of a minister and be like, why do you say Elohim instead of Elohim? And he'll give you some crazy reasons.
Yeah. Wild excuse.
But that kind of lets you know that the Bible is a lot like the Quran, bro. Like they're hand in hand. And that's why you see it like that. Like the God of the Quran is in the scriptures. That's the Elohim.
Okay.
So you're
Now,
looking at the commonality of this right here.
like with the Israel, the word Israel. But okay, we'll wait. But yeah, that kind of like, cause you switch the words around and all that.
Yeah, but
And then,
that's why I said, if you looked at that right there, Elohim, that right there is Arabic. So even though it's called Elohim for people over here on the West, you still calling on an Arabic God.
it's like when you say amen, right?
You might be calling on a man.
I'm Ra. You know what I'm saying?
It could be. I don't know.
These deities that you probably be conjuring up spells too. I be thinking
Well,
that.
that's that thing, bro. When you be having all the vowels up in your language, that's when you start conjuring spells. And you don't know it, like every word coming out of your mouth is a spell.
Talk that shit.
You thinking you talking normal, and every word you just blasphemy every time you speak, even in your endearment.
Yep. Man, we gonna have to come back on that conjuring words, because I believe that with the gains, and I know this is a little off the subject, but just right quick, I believe with the gains and the culture that's behind it and the things that the rituals that they do, I be thinking that goes hand in hand with conjuring up the spirits and just acts or whatnot. Like they really be like, it's kind of like they be practicing voodoo but don't know that they practicing voodoo. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think they know, bro. I mean, the younger
You
cats
think so?
don't,
The younger
but-
kid think so. The
But
younger
when you
cat.
make it to the pen, you learn it, and you become it.
Man.
So it's just like even in the Hispanic gang culture, you know, they got that. What is that, San Marita or whatever, that little goddess lady, and she's like a skull witch,
Yep.
and, or angel, some type of weird monster like that. Yeah. So
Yeah. So let me play a little bit of this.
Good vibes, peace to you all. Was Vowels created to change all languages? I go by the name Pushy Push. Definitely, family. Hit that like, subscribe, and if you have that hype button to spare, I definitely would appreciate it. But let's jump into this one. I've always had this thought when it comes to a person's name. No matter what language you speak, that person's name, you have to say it as much as you can in the language that they speak. So like, say you speak Mandarin or Chinese, and you meet that person and you tell them your name is John. I would expect that person to do their best to call you by the name that you gave. That isn't the case always in history. And that is what we're going to be going over in this video, is how vowels are used to change names, languages, and even definitions. So a great example is the L and the owl. So both L and owl can represent a Lord or a God. If it's Spanish, the L at times can be the. So the L and the owl definitely has its changes because of the A and the E, the vowel change up. So when we're looking at the name Elohim, you know, all scholars, or most scholars, all say the name Elohim. But if you look below, you can see the original way of saying Elohim, which is Elohim. And the question that I have is, how do you change, if this was the creator's name, how do you change the creator's name? Like, even if you speak a different tongue, if you said the creator's name, and I'm not saying this is the creator's name, I'm just using it as an example, but if you said the creator's name, wouldn't you be able to activate, or there would be some type of power flow from you announcing this most powerful word? You know, so even if you spoke a different tongue and you heard the creator's name, it just seems like you would, no matter what your tongue is, try your best to say that creator's name. So when I see the name Elohim, you know, it almost feels somewhat disrespectful to change what could have been, you know, the God, the creator. Now, I understand that every tongue has its own word for the creator of all things. But this is just an example of a name being Elohim, and then you get a name like Elohim, and it has a small chance to change in definition, but definitely it changed in sound. So it's just like the name to the right. You see the name Al Saeed, and then you'll see the name at the top, El Saeed. Some people will say, well, that's saying the same thing. But to me, they're two different names. Al Saeed is a different name than El Saeed. But I understand that they both.
Look at that. That's two different names. Even though it is saying El Saeed, like the CI, that's saying Sai. And the ID is saying Id, El Saeed. But that person's name is Al Saeed. And see, what makes this interesting, bro, is Al Saeed could be a melanated person, and El Saeed is this man.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay. Just like how they been whitewashing in the Europe shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's so important. Like, if your mama named you Clay, I'ma call you Clay. That type of thing. So I'm like, how can someone come and take a man and change his name if he didn't do it himself?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's how I'm looking at that. Well, that El Saeed, that might not be him, bro. That might be another person.
A fraud, a whole imposter.
Real
right
stuff.
there.
So I'm like the first Muslims were melanated.
That's a fact.
So is El Saeed? Who's El Saeed? Is he Latin? Because that's what the L is. This dude is El Saeed is Latin, bro.
El Baba. What you talking about? For real. Yeah. You starting to get it. Starting to see the clarity. Yeah, that's what they do, and I like how you found that. Figured that out, because I mean, most people go by the Elohim and they don't think nothing else about, the vowels or none of that. They just, well, that's his name, or this is what I was taught, so I'm gonna just say it anyway. And then, like you're saying, these people can be calling on a totally different person, a totally different God or deity that ain't the God, a deity or God that you represent in real life.
That's that importance with those vowels right there. And that's just a small piece, bro. Like, you could just literally change the vowel of a person's name and now it's a whole new face. And you've been taught El Saeed.
and this is around the time that they was doing a lot of that whitewashing. Yeah, this is wild.
I'm just saying, the Muslims of Espanola was black, bro. They were melanated.
Yeah, I just seen something yesterday. They were talking about the first Muslims. Is like talking about what you see today and what it was, and talking about the black Africans and the barbers and all that. Yeah.
They were all melanated, so that's why I looked at Al Saeed and be like, I changed something.
Yeah, you found that.
Both sound the same, and that would be my thought. Is if someone gave you their name, how do you change their name? Like, if the man's name is Al, how do you change his name to L? That's the problem with vowels. Vowels has a power to change your language, change your name, and even change what the meaning of any word might have actually meant.
I think those vowels, I think they do use that in a set of spells and esoteric cultures.
So this is where it gets at right here, because now you're getting ready to learn like what vowel is, because vowel has two meanings. Like if you say it from right to left,
right?
Like on the screen, you get L vowel. And then down below you see it says Al vowel.
Right.
Okay, this is vowel, bro. You're supposed to read vowel from right to left. But when you Western, they told you it's A-E-I-O-U.
Mhm.
So it is a spell for Westerners and for the ones who are in the, Islamic side. It's a praise to God.
Yeah, I think it works off of sounds as far as musical notes too, vibration
Well,
as well.
I'm just saying, like the A, they silenced the A from ah,
Mhm.
and then they took away the A by using the E. You got to understand the I is a Roman numeral 1, bro. It's a 1.
Right.
And they use the 1 as an I. So we got numbers that is inside of our alphabets mixed in with abbreviated Hebrew sounds. So that's again what make it babble. If you got numbers in your
Yeah, they just
language,
throwing words together, huh? They just playing Scrabble.
our tongue is a hot mess. Like we
Straight
are
Scrabble.
hardwired to read this madness.
You know, it's crazy. I remember asking this lady. I used to work at this job back in the day, and she was South American. She was from South America, and whatnot. Spoke Spanish and all that, and she told me all her life she spoke Spanish, and then when she came to America, she had to learn English, right? And I asked her, I said, when you first heard English, how did it sound to you? How did it sound to your ears? And you know what she said? Ladies and gentlemen, she said the English language sound demonic to her. She said when people were speaking into it, it sounded like it was demonic, devilish. I was like, damn, it's crazy. So, I can see how they play play with us with these words and how they use these the AEIOU sounds as could be a form of, I would say, a form of ritual,
Oh
conjuring.
no, it's to make you say spells.
Yeah,
That's why I
conjuring
said.
stuff. Because you got to know that the Bible to me is full of spells.
Well, it's full of all those vowels.
Mm-hmm.
There's no vowels in Hebrew, bro.
Right.
Like if you get somebody, say they're in the Bible, there's a name called Joel, Joel. Okay, the J was just made in the 15th century. So why is there any J's in the Old Testament? Period.
Right.
Period. Like it shouldn't even be considered to be something in there. Like we're always trying to find the originality. We're trying to find the beginnings of everything. So you can't find no beginnings if you're using the latest created words in a history position.
Because it hides the truth.
It hides the sounds. It hides the meaning. It hides the person's identity. It's a whole nother person. Ain't nobody named Joel. There's nobody named Joel.
For real.
That's in the Bible though, bro. But you can fix those names right there and find that. And that's kind of like what this video is going in. It's because in this next piece, I'm going to show a name and then I'm going to show that it's abbreviated. And then we're going to reverse transliterate that and then find it in history.
Okay.
So this piece right here, I'm only showing that the word vowel means something if you say it backwards.
Yeah. Tell y'all. And then, like, because they do, most of the Hebrews, they do read the book. They read the Tanakh from right to left. So they try to do it the proper way. So they be knowing this shit, dog. But they not changing none of this, man.
But when I was looking at the word vowel itself, we are taught that the word vowel means AEIOU. That is how we're taught the meaning of vowel is. But that very word right there has its own cryptic meaning. So if you read vowel from right to left, like in our way of reading, everything we read is from the left to the right. And this situation, things are read from right to the left. So the word vow has a deeper meaning when you read it from the right to the left. So to the right, that is what you're looking at, L vow. So what happened is the L was placed in the front of vow. And I'm showing that this is a real word. And what it says is, combines the Spanish masculine article L with English word vow, meaning the vow or the solemn promise. That is what vow truly means. El vow, Lord's vow or God's vow, means a solemn promise. Now the problem is we're Americanized or Westernized. So we read this from the left to the right. So we can't see that. And with that right there, they're able to give us a meaning, A-E-I-O-U. But in its true cryptic meaning, it is read from right to left. And this gets very deep because down below, this same vowel, but now it's with an A, owl. So it's like saying V-O-W-A-L. So owl vow right there. And owl vow, just like at the top, L vow, it says refers to a religious vow or solemn commitment made to God. So both words mean a commitment to God. But what I'm saying is, when you look at that word, westernized, it simply means A-E-I-O-U. So what you realize is the word vow has dual meanings right there. Meaning, if you're Western, then you see it as the sounds below. But if you can understand that this is coming from Latin and Islamic or Arabic, then you can kind of see where it goes, al vowel and el vowel. And pretty much after the 13th centuries, words like this were switched around. And a lot of everything that we're reading are just like this. Almost everything that we read has this cryptic connection with it, where literally you can take the L and put it in the front and it's a literal historic word, or in this place, it's always meant a vow. Even though we see it as A-E-I-O-U, the word vow, when you're reading it from right to left, is a vow to the Most High or vow to God, whichever God.
Yo, that's
this was
crazy.
intended
So
for.
they be teaching our kids to vow to a God that's a deity.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
That's some sick
so
shit, man.
regardless,
Rebuilt housing
we're
means
doing it A-E-I-O-U. Regardless if we're doing it A-E-I-O-U, it doesn't change what they wanted to mean. What they meant was to confuse us in the tongue. But for them, they want you to praise this God. You just don't know which one you praise them. It's Yahweh. But, you know.
Which way? Which way though? Which way? Yeah, this is wild. Let's get to this right here.
A little bit deeper. And we're dealing with vowels again. So in this, the E and the I will be looked at very hard. There's a book right here. It's called the Quran Misinterpreted, Mistranslated, and Misread. And in this book, it has a breakdown of the name Israel and the name Ismail. So we're going to look at those two words because, again, we've been looking at vowels and we've been looking at how things change from al to l. So when that happens, does it lose any meaning? Does it lose power? Does the definition change? So the one we're going to be looking at, we're going to look at Ismail. So the one at the bottom, if you notice that the back end of it is in capitals. So just like with Israel, the back end is in capitals. And reason why that's in capitals is because it's meant to be read from right to left. We as Westerners are taught to read everything from left to right. So if we read it like how it was supposed to be said, that would say El Israel. So the same thing, we read it Ismael. And truthfully, it's saying El Isma. But the thing, when I started to research this, I wanted to make sure that this was the same Ismael as Ishmael, meaning Jacob's son. I wanted to make sure that I'm looking at the same person. So down below, it says, yes, Ishmael and Ismael are the same name and refers to the exact same person. So Ishmael and Ishmael are the exact same person that is supposed to be Abraham's son. Now, what's interesting about this name, Ishmael, and this is what I mean about that L in the name. It says down below, spelling differences. It says Ishmael is the standard English and Hebrew spelling. And then it says, while Ishmael is commonly, or is a common variant spelled used in Spanish, French, and other languages. And then it says, in Arabic, the name is spelled Ishmael. So here we go with the vowels. You have Ishmael, and that's with the EL. And then you have the Ishmael, that's still like that. And then it go Ishmael. So all three are the same name. The E and the I are changing inside of this right here. This is very important. Down below, they both mean, both names, because they're the same name. God hears or God will hear. And this is just showing even further at the bottom that both names represent Abraham's firstborn son. So Abraham's firstborn son, Ishmael and Ishmael are the same name. And this is very important because of what we're going to look at next. So when I started to break down the name Ishmael or Ishmael, what I understood is that the L connected to Ishmael is actually two words. So we're looking at like God or Lord Ishma. Well, if you take the L and you separate it and just look at Ishma, so as you look at the bottom, you see the L in red. So if you separate that and you just look at Ishma, I-S-H-M-A, that is what we're looking at on the screen with this publication. So it says Ishma meaning. And then below it says Ishma in biblical Hebrew. So to the right, the name, it says Ishma summary. Down below, it says what Ishma means. Ishma means desolate or desolation. In the etymology, it says from the verb yasham, to be desolate, right there. And then related names to Ishma. There's a few of them here, but there's one or more that kind of stand out. And that name is highlighted in the yellow. Shama or Shama or Shammai, Shamal. Those names right there are the real names. So Ishma is an abbreviation of Shama. That's what's happening right there. So when we look below, to the right, there's Ishma, but the I is lit up in green. And then there's S-H-M-A. When you take that I and you take it back to the Yiddish Hebrew, as you can see on the chart, the changing from the J to the I, it goes to the Yah. So the I is represent for Yah in its old sense. The S-H-M-A is an abbreviation for Shama. So down below, S-H-A-M-M-A. That is the real name, Yah Shama-El. When we're looking at that, it says Ishmael. And the problem is that S-H-M-A is abbreviated. So if we look up above, on the third line where it says related names, you see the name Shama right there. Ishmael's name is an abbreviation. The I is represented for Yah, and the SHMA is represented for Shama. It's an abbreviated word. So when we look at the second line where it says etymology, that's the reason why you got the word Yasham. How did the word Yasham come up?
Okay.
The I.
So it seems like it's like they're trying to hide the Islam that's within within the Hebrew. Like,
oh, bro, it gets so deep. You right.
You know, like they trying to. It's like they're trying to like they don't want to show the connection to the
That's why I said in the beginning, when you see Elohim and Elohim, you're not realizing that you're praising Allah, rather if you like it or not.
Right,
See what I'm saying? And on that Ishma, literally the SHMA is an abbreviation, bro, for Shama. So we've been walking around saying an abbreviated name. It's not a real name. It's an abbreviation. Like if I want to hide my name, that's how they did it. They literally abbreviated Shama, SHMA.
Right.
So that's how you get Yah-Shama-El right there. And that means to be desolate, or the Lord's desolate, or God's desolate. What's crazy is when you look on the other piece I'll show, Ishmael means God heard. So the abbreviated word has a definition. But when you break it down and unabbreviate the word, it says that it's desolate. That's why I said they are playing a game on us, bro. This is not done. I say it all the time in my videos. It's not done by farmers. We are dealing with scholars, bro. Like after they heard us, this is the work, and this is Babel. So when the Bible talks about, oh, God made everybody's tongue disappear in one moment, that's false. What you have been is conquered, and I'm showing you the method that was taken to change your tongue.
You know, it's crazy. I was watching a story on the Tower of Babel, and they broke it down pretty good. The person who wrote the Tower of Babel was an Israelite who was under siege or under captive by the who was it, Samaritans or so. And they took their Israelite king, they gouged his eyes out when they destroyed his area, destroyed his palace or whatever. And then they took all their people, which were Israelites, and put them under their rule. All those people, all the older people who came up as Israelites, they knew, they came into the language, they knew the customs and all that. But when they started marrying into the Samaritans, Samaritans were more advanced than the Israelites at that time. So when they wrote the story, it was written from they said somebody who was pretty much trying to make them look like they were just like kind of like shunning, like hating on your captors. So you said,
bro.
So that's.
Do you know that Tartaria is our history?
They were talking about Tartarism.
But that's our history. What are they talking about? Samaritans is better than you.
Just what they would. The way they. I was like, damn. Okay, I get that. I get that point. So the language, because the kids, the young youth, they grow up, they don't know the whole Hebrew. They don't like the whole style customs. They like him what the Samaritans is doing. They like the new way, the new style. They loving the Samaritan women. They like this is how.
That's what scriptures. That's what they wrote, bro.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, we were conquered out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the truth is, the way that the Bible has written things and puts you in this desert area and you're walking in sandals, my dude. Right. I'm saying, just as of the 1500s, We were the black Romans. We were the Romans. And then you got into captivity in the 1600s, and now you're not anything. And history is whitewashed, literally.
Right.
That's why I'm showing you an abbreviated name, bro. Like, that's mind-blowing right there. They got us saying an abbreviated name like it's this person's real name. If we knew this, that make me be like, well, who is Yashama? There is no Ishmael is what I'm showing, bro.
We need to know who Yashama-L is.
It gets deeper on this next piece. Soon as you get to it gets deeper, bro. Oh,
Okay.
oh, you're gonna see this
Goes
name a
back
lot.
to Yiddish Hebrew Yah right there. And the Sham, you can see it inside of the name. Yasham or Yashama right there. So SHMA is an abbreviation. Ishma is an abbreviated name. And it's the same problem that I was saying with the vowels. So you have an I that is basically covering the sound Yah. That is what the vowels can do. The vowels can change the meaning of a word, the sound of the word, or definitely even the definition totally. But the I connects back to Yah. And then the SHMA, if you really look at this, it is abbreviated for Shama. And this name means to be desolate. So down at the very bottom, it says etymology of the name Ishma, which we're now learning is Yashama. It says, meaning to be desolate. Now, what makes this interesting? If we go back up, the definition for Ishmael and Ismael would be God will hear or God has heard. That is what we've been taught right there. But when you go and you break the name down, and that means you have to fix the vowels and put the vowels back to where they originally started from. So before the I was ever an I, you have to put that back, and then you're going to get that word Yah. And then the SHMA is literally an abbreviation. So some scholars did this right here. Some scholars told everyone in the world and wrote it down in a book that Abraham's son is named Ishmael when the whole name is an abbreviation. And the name means to be desolate. It doesn't mean to be God will hear, God has heard. It doesn't mean that right there. We're literally looking at Ishmael. This is the definition, and it means to desolate. So what I'm saying is that's a corruption literally inside of the scriptures using vowels. So with vowels, they were able to give a new definition. God heard. When the truth, when you have the real name, so that you're going to put them vowels back, and then you see that it's abbreviated SHMA, you then learn that it means desolate, like to be desolate right there. This is what I mean when I say the vowels. They're meant to change. It's a part of what creates a Babel language.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside and open an account. When you're ready to record, just hit
But looking at this a little further, just taking this a step further, we're going to stay inside of the Old Testament and look at Samuel. It is the exact same issue that Ishmael has. And this will really blow you away to see what Samuel means. But at the top, you see the name Samuel, and then you see the name Samael. So just like before, it said Ishmael, and then it says Ismael. So there's those two names right there, and they're actually the same name. But down below, we know Samuel as a major Hebrew prophet, judge, kingmaker in the Hebrew Bible, Old Testament. And the Samael, we know it as an important archangel and accuser, destroyer figure in Jewish literature. You see the word L right there. They're separating this because it's two words. It's not one word, and it's the name is literally not Samuel. It's really like you're reading at the bottom right there in yellow, Samuel, or El Samu, Lord Samu, or El Sama. Both of those are the exact same thing.
Wow.
So when you're looking at Samuel, that's why you see the EL lit up. And then right in the piece where it says ancient Northwest Semitic word for God, down below, you can see them separated. So there isn't
you can
anyone
literally look,
named
they got
Samuel.
Samuel next to it.
We are reading this.
I see that.
It's got the dash in between.
And words are conjoined together.
2 words.
When truthfully, we should be reading it from right to left because these things are coming out of Arabic languages. So before there was the word El Samu, there was the word Al Samu. So we go down below. It says in Hebrew, the name Samuel is, and here's a new one right here. This is Shamuel. Shamuel. And they tell you that it means God has heard. Now I want you to look at this. The name that you're looking at, SHMUEL, is an abbreviation. It is an abbreviation. So down below, underneath Hebrew word variants, you see the word Shama, the same name as Ishmael. Ishmael's name came out to be Yahshama. It says up at the top, in Hebrew, Samuel's name is, and it says SHMUEL. That's like saying Shamuel right there. But if you go down, and they're telling you to break down, the name is not that, it's an abbreviation. So it's Shama El, SHM. And that U, that's why I have it highlighted over there, is changing the A sound. So it's Shama El right there. Lord Shama, Shama El. And they keep telling us that it means to hear or to listen or God has heard. And I'm saying the same definition that I just broke down with Ishmael, Samuel's name is the exact same name. What makes this even crazier? Where it says Hebrew word breakdown, it says Shama. So Samuel's real name is Shama. And then the L right there, you're supposed to connect that and you'll get El Shama. Down below, you see the word Shem, SHEM. That is an abbreviated name for Shama. So you have Shem, SHEM. It should be an A, and then you would get Sham. That is abbreviated for Shama right above. SHAMA. So Shem, Shama, they're all the same name, and all of them mean desolate. And that's how wild it is with these vowels.
Hey, it just seems like every word you saying, every word is all
the same word.
Everything is all
twisted. Ishmael and Samuel and Shem is the same word. Shama-el. All three names is this one name. Shama-el, which is Lord of Destruction. That's what I'm showing, bro. Shem's name is Shama. Samuel's name is Shama. Ishmael's name is Shama.
Maybe Samuel Jackson is what?
Oh my goodness, bro. And that's how deep this study is.
Right, look at that's crazy.
That's crazy right
That
there.
is
So
crazy right there. Yeah.
a person don't know. We're stuck on Shem, bro. That name is truly Shama, and that means to be desolate. You see how they have the L? Literally, they're showing you you're supposed to connect the L to Shama, bro. You see, they got it separated. That's how you know that you don't read this as one word. When we're westernized, we read it all as one word. The
Right.
words is two
Fact.
words with two
Yep.
meanings. Shem means desolate, bro. Samuel is desolate. Ishmael is desolate.
Mm.
And I didn't make that up. That's them hiding this and telling us this is your patriarch.
He is the angel of death, though, bro.
Desolate, bro.
What it say? It says prophet. He's a prophet, a judge, a kingmaker. So he makes kings, right?
So that's why I said Samuel, and Shem are all the
Shem.
same persons.
All of them. El Shem. El Shem. The Shemites.
Yeah. They are the same. The Shemites or Shamites.
Shemites.
No, look. It even goes deep. You
Yeah.
have what they call shaman priests.
Shaman priest, yep.
So that's where it come from.
Mm.
You're looking at where it come from.
Yo, this is it's a word salad, man, and you definitely caught up in the babble speech.
Now you see why I called the video Babel Crunch.
Babble Crunch, yeah, that's a fact. Y'all check that theme out there. Y'all check the meme. See the kid looking wild, crazy looking. Yeah.
That's
And then you gotta think why they did that. They wanted to wipe as much information out, the truth out from the people that should know about this stuff. But they take their power. They take your power away from you when they change that around.
This stuff
You know,
goes so deep, bro.
Yeah, you know, we talked about how they play Scrabble with words, musical chairs with states and countries and names and shit. It from the whitewashing. Like most people think Romans are all white Romans, you know, not knowing they were black Romans.
They were originally the place was called Romana before Roman.
Right.
If I go back up,
This is crazy, y'all.
this is
Y'all
Ishmael's
thinking
name.
caps on.
This is Ishmael. Ishmael, that I in the name had to be brought back to Yah. And I'm showing it on the chart. And then I'm saying that SHMA is an abbreviation
Hey,
for
but
Shama.
so it's crazy that you got this war going on between both of these parties. They really cousins, and they Bible and their book has more in common than don't, right?
Like I said, bro, this is all the fight that we seeing. This is theatrics from above.
Right.
It's real for us. Real people is dying, but it's theatrics from above. It's like how to keep everybody under control, bro. And it's to make nations hate nations. If you knew what every nation stood for, you know, in its beginning, but how can you when everything is abbreviated? It's a hot mess.
Right.
The whole Old Testament, all the names are abbreviated, bro. All the names got this problem right here.
Wow.
All the names, all the rivers, all the mountains, all the waters.
We have to throw the whole book away, huh? Or no?
Well, you go and correct it. The problem is if you correct the name, it's no guarantee that the story is true. Because it seems to me like they built a story after they changed the name. They built a story around the name that they changed.
There we go. Cracking open, man. We cracking it open. Y'all see us chiseling. My nigga chiseling over, knocking that dust away, so y'all can really see what niggas is saying. They've been doing this shit for so long, and most of our people don't be on this shit. I say 90%, 99% of our people don't be on this shit, man. It's crazy.
crazy, bro.
Desolate, y'all. Desolate. Not the powerful
And I'm saying
prophet
this
that y'all
name,
think.
Yashama, is the same name for Ishmael, Samuel, and Shem, bro. All three of them are the same name. That's what I just showed. And it means desolate. You know, Yahweh, his name, when you break it down, it means desolate too.
Oh shit. Man, Push, don't be talking that blasphemy, man.
Hey, somebody gotta put some bullets in it, so it can't be blast from me.
Oh shit, man.
Not blast from me. Blast from me.
Hey man, make sure I get on the repeat. We got a few more minutes to go. I want y'all to get this. I want y'all to go check out pushypush.com. Go to Pushy Push channel. Run them numbers up. He got so much shit over there, man. You gonna be. He got so many. He got a few years worth of information. Probably longer than that.
It's over 150 videos, bro.
Man, come on.
And if you look right here on the second row where it says etymology, you see the name Yasham. Yashama. Yashama-el. That is Ishmael's supposed real name. And then I'm showing right here with Samuel, it says right here in Hebrew, the name Samuel is, and it says Shamuel. And then you look down below, it corrects it. It says Shama El right there. So Shama El, that is what we're looking there. Shama El. In this case, is Yashama El. But Samuel's name is Shama El. And I'm saying Shem's name is also Shama. All three names mean desolate. But right here, they're telling you it means God heard. So when you have vowels, vowels allow the old scholars, the negative scholars, vowels allow them to change the meaning of the word, change the sound of the word. When you put those sounds back, that means that you have to reverse the vowels and put them in their place. You get the true meaning. And the name Shama means desolate. It does not mean God heard. If you're using it with vowels, it means God has heard. But if you take those vowels away and you put the original sound back, it has a different meaning. And Samuel's name means desolate. And Ishmael's name means desolate. And I'm saying Samuel and Ishmael have the exact same name. And down at the bottom, Shem. The guy who's supposed to be in Noah's boat, his name is Shama, which means desolate just as well. And now you have to ask yourself, why is the scholars placing that word desolate inside of the scriptures like that? If you look to the right, there's the word Ishmael, and you can see it says Ishmael. Down below, name meaning, God will hear or God has heard. And if you look at Shama, down right there, to hear, to listen, is the exact same word.
A cure for everything except death. That's a 1400-year-old quote from Sahih al-Bukhari. And every black seed oil brand on the market.
But when you go and you look at the definition, when you break it down, that means the desolate. So vowels allow them to
Algorithms
make
working.
a second definition by putting AEIOUs in classic names. They are now able to make the name positive, God heard. The word Shama is a negative word. It's just no different than the word shaman, like a priest. That's what Shama is. And they've said it so far 3 times with Shem.
And this word gets crazy.
All of this right here is to come down to this part right
There
here.
y'all.
Because now we ain't going to be,
Israel
we're leaving
has
out
the
of
exact same problem.
Christianity.
There
and
is an
Islam.
abbreviation in the
Going
name
to the real now.
that hides.
We're going to the real.
Yeah, because this right here, is true revealance. Everything that you're seeing
Ooh,
is an
yeah, y'all.
abbreviation, bro.
Y'all
And I'm
better
about to show the real name.
fuck what y'all niggas is talking about. Fuck what y'all was told. Breaking it
I'm
down.
showing the real name right here, bro. And I can't help they did this to us, but everything from this point on right here is a hot mess.
So all my Christians, all my Hebrew Israelites, and Muslims, let's get to it, man.
The true name. So this is going to be very interesting right here. I'm going to break this down. But looking at the book, Quran mistranslated, misread, we're looking at Israel. And at the top, you can see it says Israel, and you can see the L capitalized. So you're supposed to read it from right to left. El, Israel. Because we're westernized, we look at it from left to right, and then we say Israel. But it's truly from the right to left. That's why you see it capitalized. So down below, you see Israel right there, and you see the L right there. You're supposed to read it from right to left, El Israel. And down below, that's how it'll look. E-L-I-S-R-A, El Israel. And then if you correct that vowel part of that, you get the word Al Israel. Well, to the right, at the top, this is what Al Israel is. When you apply vowels, you get totally different meanings. So Al Israel, it says right here, is the 17th chapter of the Quran, containing 111 verses that detail the miraculous night journey of the Prophet Muhammad. Al Israel is related to the Prophet Muhammad. If we go down, it says quick facts, classification, Mecca. It says alternative name, Bani Israel, the I-L, the children of Israel. So the word Israel, said backwards, El Isra, corrected, Al Isra, took us all the way back to the word Israel. So what I'm showing you is that this is all connected, and that we're just misinterpreting how to say it. Just like the book says right here, the Quran, misinterpreted, mistranslated, and misread. We are mistranslating, we are misreading, we are being taught to misread this from left to right when we should be reading it from right to left. Reading it from right to left, you're still going to get the same outcome. Israel. So the word Al Israel is connected. It's the exact same word. Down below.
Shit, y'all. So what's up now for the Muslims and the Israelites and the Christians fighting each other?
Bro, so that's what I mean. You have an agent,
bro. You've been set up.
You have an agent. You have agents. All of us has agents. And these agents got a whole pile of black people and a whole pile of those people that's in the Middle East.
Yep. Arabs.
I'm saying the ones that are sitting next to Palestine, those that come from Poland, they got them thinking this.
Oh yeah, Oscar.
Okay, they got the Black American thinking this.
Yes.
And neither understand that you are following Muhammad. I ain't got nothing against Islam. I'm just saying you need to know it.
That's the thing. They hate. They done
trickery, bro.
They done murdered each other over this shit.
They got trickery going on. You talking? Look. The Israel people over there, they don't even like Muslims, bro.
Right.
And their name is connected to Muhammad, though. The name that they're choosing to use. The very thing that they don't like, you have to be a follower of Muhammad in order to be Israel.
Yep, Israel. Israel.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't make this up. I can't make it up. I suck.
So
I'm not
the
that
Black
good.
American Israelites, the Black American Jews, the Black American uh the ones who, because it's Hebrews, Hebrews, the Jews, and the Israelites, and the Christians and the Muslims, and y'all be fighting with each other over this book. Whose God is the best God? Your God is. I heard one Muslim said all the other gods are nothing but demonic devil gods. They're false gods. Israel, the God of Israel, is the true and living God. But then I heard the Muslims, Allah is the God of everything. Allah is the greatest. He's the God of Yeshua, Musa, Abraham, all the prophets of the Bible. Where we at, y'all? Then we have Jesus Christ. There were no J's, but we got Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit, and all that. And they, a lot of them out in America, they side with Israel. And we got a lot of our people going over the war to fight. And they
Everything's
fight.
based off how you taught. You ain't got no choice.
Right.
If you're taught this, like, think you came out your mama's womb, she said it. Your daddy said it. Your grandma said it. What? You've been taught.
You've been fucked up. Some people don't learn this shit until they our age, homie.
When we were in slavery and when we went to church, we had to stand up at the back of the pew, bro. So we learned the Bible from standing in the back. And then they decided to teach one of us so that we can go and teach everyone else. And you know what? It worked. Because look where we are right now. I'm reversing this word right now. And I'm saying, in order to be Israel, you have to be a follower of Muhammad. As of right now, you got Christian Israelites because you are in the Church of Christ and you're saying Israel. It's a hot mess, bro. Like,
that's another set, homie. That's another set on the block, man. What you talking about? And man, that shit is wild. Let me just tell you how the strings be pulling the puppets. We all being played, man. These words because for so many years, it's just like Israel against Palestine, Israel against Iraq, all this other shit. Like, and y'all niggas is cousins fighting each other.
Bro, because there is a bigger hand that's rocking the cradle.
Right.
That, like that old school movie, The Hand That Rocks a Cradle.
Yeah.
Bro, we're all in some ragu, and it's forcing our racism. It's forcing poverty to activate us to fight each other over resources and food and all this stuff right here. And then they do what I consider playing us like a sport, where we're choosing sides. We're choosing what type of man we're gonna hang around with. Oh, I don't hang around with Palestinians. Or I don't hang around with Iraqis. You're choosing what type of human to be around, like it's a football team. And there's something in between that's causing that division right there. That's not 100% us.
That Babel crunch, y'all. That's a hell of a cereal. And we all hooked on it. They said drink the Kool-Aid. We done ate the cereal.
Bro, it's so deep on that cereal box. It said crunchy letters and endless babble.
Oh shit. Hey man, let me see what time is it. We got about another 15 minutes. We're gonna come back tomorrow. I want to finish this because I don't want to cram it. We did get off a little later. I ain't got time.
The other videos I just dropped is crazier than this.
Hey, we gonna march them all.
This
the way
is crazy
down,
to you. The other one, it's
hey, I gotta pre-watch them and shit. This man got something called injection manipulation. I'm gonna watch that one. Reptilian manipulation.
That one right there is deep.
Yeah,
Deep, deep. And
I'm
it's not like
checking.
how everybody think. Like when you're looking
Okay.
at that cover,
Okay.
that's theatrics. But when you get into it, it's some real stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna check that one out, but we're gonna come back tomorrow, y'all, and give y'all the rest of this because I want y'all to get it. Because I got friends, especially here on the YouTube, that represent they, Israelites, or some feel they, they Muslims. Me myself, I don't follow none of that shit. Don't get me wrong, I used to. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. You know what I'm saying? I just don't view God like everybody else view God, like the typical person view God. It's just too much stuff out there that's proving the shit that we done, like my brother said, that this is what we taught. And then when you learn something, you're like, damn, they taught us the wrong way. They wasn't trying to lie to us. Our parents wasn't trying to lie to us, but they were taught a lie, and the lie was taught to us. And we out here, like you said, we babbling on. Like the man said, I don't want to fuck with no Muslims. I ain't mess with them Israelites. Or them Christians, they stupid. Like we fighting and arguing over religion. It's crazy. But y'all come back, man. Go check out my boy's channel. He just dropped another joint. I'll pull that channel up. He just dropped
That
another.
thumbnail is nice on that one right there, bro, because I'm showing something that I would think a Hebrew Israelite would appreciate, but a lot of them crash with me because right now the battle is Yiddish real Hebrew or not? And I'm saying Yiddish isn't real Hebrew. It's not. It's fake. It's got vowels. Anything that got vowels in it is not good.
Right.
So they're in a battle with me over that right there. They be like, Lakash. I'm like, ain't no Lakash. Nothing like that. Those sounds, those ishis, none of those.
Hey, we're gonna finish the Israel part, then we're gonna show y'all the brother's channel, and then we'll get up out of here. It's already about 10 o'clock out where we at. So you see up in there, it said the Quran has always also preserved the Semitic word El or Al, meaning God, such as Arab, Israel, the trace of God, Arab, Ishmael, God.
Even at the bottom, bro, it tell you what Isra mean. The ISRA.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you that Isra refers to a nighttime journey of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. So ISRA, that Isra means nighttime journey. Who is the Al? Who is the God? Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
So you went on Muhammad's nighttime journey, and they're calling Muhammad an Al or an El or an God or Lord.
Yep.
That's literally what that is right there. And then Isra is abbreviated. That was what the other part. I was going to show you that name. And that's where our true name is at on this very next piece. Y'all definitely got to come back.
Y'all got to come back.
Literally on the very next piece. If you want to look at the name, scroll over a little bit.
Okay. Let's scroll over just a little. Because I need y'all to come back. This shit is crazy.
Right there.
Cocaine and morphine. It was dispensed like candy. And that opens up the Wild West.
Isra is actually an abbreviation.
Sheesh.
Look, that's the name right there, and I break it down how it's named Sarah. I show it. Look, and even
go
on the
with
thing
the
you see-
Sarah.
Look, you see below on there, it says Yasara. It says it.
Yep, it sure do.
Bro,
Yes, Sarah.
no. Look,
Yes.
in the etymology, it says Sarah over there to the right. Oh, no. We got a real name, fam.
Damn.
And that name right there is before Christianity, Islam. That name is coming out of Sanskrit writing, bro. They translated that name out of Sanskrit. So it's before all the current religions that we are under. So that is what they're hiding through Islam and Christianity. But y'all gotta come back for this right here. Like the ragu, It's a lot of sauce.
It's a lot
of sauce.
A lot of sauce.
Some people like to put sugar in their spaghetti, bro, but I'm trying to tell you.
Y'all like Sarah. Who's the Sarah people? You gotta come back. You gotta come back.
I look and I'm showing it right there, but I break this down. I just don't tell it. Because that's our problem right now. We got too many people out there that just tell you and don't show you. I'm the dude to show you. We'll break it down. It'll take an hour, but hey, you're gonna have it in your pocket.
That's it. That's all that matters, man. Y'all come back and play it, replay it, go share it with somebody, share it with your friends. And this is not, look, I want y'all to, because like the brother said, y'all will appreciate. I think if you know, it's kind of hard to try to change a person's spiritual walk. We're not here to do that. I feel that it would be best to know everything you need to know about whatever religion that you follow. You know, that's how I say. You know, it's best to know what you're worshiping, who you worshiping, how you work. You should know. You don't want to be late if you believe in hell, fire, and brimstone after you die. You don't want to be believing in the devil, right? You don't want to be believing in any religion or walk down that path because you thinking you following the right religion or whatever for yourself. So I'm like, we ain't trying to change nobody's, spiritual walk, because that's not what it is. We just want to let people know that the words, the phrases, the things that we've been taught, the religion, even where we stand, where we got FBAs and
and we should not be fighting with foundational, bro.
Yeah,
the truth of the matter is every land was ours.
Talk that
shit.
Here
we go with fighting over resources.
Come on, black.
But there's somebody making that fight, and that person who making that fight changed your name, abbreviated ISRA. The ISRA, that's an abbreviation. That I connects to Yah, and then they left out the A for SRA, and if you put that back, you get Yasara, and down below, that's the name you see right there.
Yasara,
which changes to Yashar. This is all for the Hebrew Israelites, but before it was Yashar, it was Yasara.
And what does that say? Straight, right, and upright in conduct. You want to get the name right so you can know where to stand, homie, where you can, your demons at. I mean, that's just, that's how I see it,
You know what? One of the favorite words that the Hebrew brothers like to say, down at the bottom where it says general interpretations, to the right, it says variants like Yasara, or what's that other name right there? Yashara. You see that? That right there. Yashara. Yasara and Yashara is the same word. So our Hebrew brothers, I'm not saying that they're utterly wrong. I'm just saying they're not absolutely correct. Bro, if you talking, I do not hear you.
My bad. So yeah, y'all tap back in, catch us on the repeat. We gotta finish this. I want to finish this, so come back tomorrow. We're gonna get on it early too. So appreciate everybody for pulling up. Everybody stormed in at the beginning of the show. I guess they saw the The Tupac shit. And I was like, all right, cool. They saw that meme. We got to it. So tomorrow we're gonna get straight back to it, and you'll check us out. Notifications on. Go check out pushypush.com and look at his YouTube channel. Looks like this. You see that? All that, man. It's got so much information, homie. It's crazy. Like, it's a lot to catch up. The Anunnaki weapon. I ain't even seen that. That was 5 months ago. I gotta catch up. Hey, so y'all check y'all later, man. Appreciate everybody, man. We out this piece, man.
I cut on good music when we go to spin.
Hold up, Carter, you record that?
JD with the flex. I got so much shit on my mind. I'm taking my time and I losing my mental. My young buddy eating up them perjury for fun. And we all did dirt, so don't call them simple. And right now I'm just drowning in thoughts. My dog went to court. I hope that he won't. Them 762s get to flipping like Tony. I hang out the window and make Tony Hawk. I cut on good music when we go to spin, cause I like to get in my mood. And that boy Pop Yerks when he go to spin, cause he gotta make himself do. I done hit niggas up, now I'm living through music. You ain't heard me say shit that I ain't do. I'm doing more spinning and spinning. And I got some shit in the cut I've been waiting to use. More than 3 bitches, they all confused. I can send her and she'll get you wet like a pool. She can fuck off, but she know in my book is cool. I'm a dog in public, she know on the rough. Two spinners, and they bout to go make the news. No manners, they brought the Glock in the school. Wish they would listen to rules. So we all got some lessons to lose. Wolves ain't gripping, Draco's ripping. Let's see if you got problem with family. Nigga ain't come on my mama, but that's to my brother. So that mean you looked at as family. We in all black and we creeping with cuddles. They made the wrong move and he up it. I hope you been putting your paper away, cause we never know when they coming. The spot of the yo is the safest place. I showed on the route, it's the right away. From the hood, but I gotta find her. Take it a mansion and I move my dogs away. And so many times they ain't expect me to win. Probably want me to lose, but I stand on 10. I'm catching a break, so we gotta break. Probably never be in this position again. I got so much shit on my mind. I'm taking my time and I losing my mental. My young buddy eating up them perjury for fun. And we all did dirt, so don't call them simmer. And right now I'm just drowning in thoughts. My dog went to court. I hope that he won't. Them 762s get to flipping like Tony. I hang out the window and make Tony Hawk. I got so much shit on my mind. I'm taking my time and I losing my mental. My young buddy eating up them perjury for fun. And we all did dirt, so don't call them sinner. And right now I'm just drowning in thoughts. My dog went to court. I hope that he won't. Them 762s get to flipping like Tony. I hang out the window and make Tony Hawk.